breach.
Searching for dimensional breach.
Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today guys, we're going to be ranking all of the tier 5 alternate ammo types in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. These are the alternate ammo types that you can add onto your gun. So you have Shatter Blast, Napalm Burst, Dead Wire, Cryofreeze, and Brain Rot, and I rank them all the way up to tier 5, which is the max ability, and I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. Now, some are really good for killing mini bosses and special zombies. Some of them literally do absolutely nothing and are terrible. So I'm going to be ranking all of them. Now, do keep in mind, I was on round 25 or higher while testing all of these, and I was playing on Firebase Z. Now, I did have Elemental Pop for all of these, so you will see other ammo types activating while I'm using a certain ammo type. And also, I want to mention that I was not intentionally aiming for headshots. I was shooting zombies to proc the alternate ammo type. So if you, it looks like I'm literally hip firing zombies in like the chest or leg or big toe or whatever it is. Obviously, I was just trying to proc the alternate ammo type, and I wasn't actually trying to kill the zombies. I was trying to see if the alternate ammo type was actually worth using or not. So anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the list. All right, guys, coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be a Napalm Burst. Now, the effects of this is on tier 1, initial burn effect deals 5% of the enemy maximum health in fire damage. The second one is increase the burn duration to 10 seconds. The next one is double burn effect damage. The fourth is special enemies can be burned. And last but not least, on tier 5, it has on a burned enemy, the enemy explodes, spreading the burn effect to 5 nearby normal enemies, 30-second cooldown. So basically what this does is when you shoot a zombie, it's going to get fire damage, and it's going to slowly, and I mean very slowly, deal damage to the zombies. Now, when I used this, it literally did nothing. I probably killed about 10 zombies total using this the entire round. And all or most of the kills that I got in the rounds were from Elemental Pop using a different alternate ammo type. And it's just so bad. I don't think this is worth using at all whatsoever. There's no enemies that are affected by using this specific ammo mod, so there's really no point in using it at all, and I just think it is completely useless and worthless. If you guys like using this, I don't really know why you would, but yeah, it's just not good. Like, it can kill zombies, it can cut a zombie health to like half maybe, but other than that, it's just not worth using. So I would definitely not recommend using Napalm Burst at all whatsoever. All right, guys, fourth up on the list, we have Cryofreeze. Now, the first ability is slowed enemies take 25% more damage. The second ability is slowed enemy duration increased to 5 seconds. The third one, slowed enemy speed decreased to 50%. The fourth one is special enemies can be slowed. And on tier 5, on a slowed enemy kill, the enemy shatters, spreading the slow effect to 5 nearby normal enemies. So what this does is basically it slows down enemies, which can be useful on certain like mini bosses like the Mangler or something. It's gonna make them walk a lot slower. It's gonna make zombies walk slower as well. And one thing that really can mess up a train when you're training zombies is zombies that are slower than the other ones. It can make it a nightmare if you're trying to get through a tight area, and some zombies are slower than others and block you because they don't move fast enough, and you have runners behind you. It can really be a nightmare for anyone that's trying to train, and that's one of the main reasons that this actually effect is not good. Now, slowing down enemies doesn't really help that much, and if you really wanted to slow down enemies, all you have to do is use the new field upgrade, Frenzied Guard, and you can slow all the enemies to walk speed on tier 5 if you want to use that field upgrade. So overall, I just don't think it's worth using. Now, it did actually end up taking the longest to complete a round with Cryofreeze. It was like 8 minutes using Cryofreeze as opposed to the other rounds, which were 5 minutes or less. So it definitely takes the longest to end a round using Cryofreeze, and personally, it comes in here at the number 4 spot. The only reason I think it is better than Napalm Burst overall is just because it slows down enemies and actually can like insta-kill enemies if they're frozen, which as Napalm Burst just deals a little bit of damage and doesn't really slow them down or anything. So anyways, guys, let's get into the number 3 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the middle of the road at number 3 is going to be a Shatter Blast. Now, the effects of this is Explosion also deals damage to nearby enemies. Tier 2, all normal enemy armor damaged by explosion is destroyed. Tier 3, normal enemies damaged by explosion are knocked down. Tier 4, explosion size is doubled. And on Tier 5, on explosion, 3 additional staggered explosions occur and close proximity 30-second cooldown. So these are the different effects of Shatter Blast, and is it actually worth using? I would say no. Now, it is worth using if you have teammates using all their alternate ammo types. If you want to use it to take out panzers and also manglers, it is really good at taking those guys out because they have pretty like tough armor that is metal, and Shatter Blast actually will do something about the armor. It also can do really good against any of the armored zombies or like stronger zombies that start spawning on like round 25, where they have a lot more armor and you have to shoot them off. It can be really good for that, and it's really good for taking off armor on zombies in general. But the problem with this, and another issue I have with this thing, is it doesn't actually kill zombies. That's the main problem I have with this thing. I saw this thing go off more using alternate ammo types as opposed to actually going off when I was using it when using elemental pop. It literally does not activate a lot, and that's the main issue I have with this weapon. Now, it will kill zombies, like it does occasionally kill zombies, and if it does kill, it's like 4 or 5 maybe if you're lucky, and the zombies are already damaged and don't have armor, then it will kill zombies. But to me, it just doesn't feel worth using at all, and it takes a long time to go through an entire round using this weapon as well. So if you're trying to kill panzers, if you're trying to kill manglers, this is definitely a very good thing to use. But other than that, it's not good for killing zombies, which is the primary purpose of playing zombies, is to kill zombies, not to kill special enemies. So I would say this is not worth using, and it comes in here at the number 3 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be Brain Rot. Now, the first ability is turn enemy explodes on death, dealing toxic damage. Tier 2, increased turn duration to 20 seconds. Tier 3, turned enemy damage is doubled. Tier 4, special enemies can be turned. And on Tier 5, on turned enemy death, the turned enemy explodes, turns 3 nearby enemies with a 30-second cooldown. So, turned or Brain Rot is actually very good, and this has always been one of the best alternate ammo types when it comes to zombies. It was pretty good in Black Ops 4, and also in Black Ops 3 it was considered to be one of the best. And the thing about turned is like, it is really cool that in this game you can actually turn special enemies. So you can turn manglers, you can turn mimics, you can turn the Tempest zombies as well, which is really nice. And also, turned also deals additional damage to mimics and the Tempest zombies, which is super useful if you're going to be playing Outbreak at all whatsoever. So turned can be really effective, and it's great because if you turn a mangler, it can literally 2-shot a panzer in Outbreak if the mangler actually decides to shoot the panzer, which isn't very often because the mangler kind of just stands there and doesn't do anything. It uses its hooks to melee zombies rather than actually shooting its huge cannon arm, which kind of does suck. But overall, I would say turned and Brain Rot is just so much better in general. It's a lot better than the other 3 I already mentioned. It can go off a lot if you're using alternate ammo types as well, and you do have elemental pop. So anyways, let's get into the number 1 spot and the best overall alternate ammo type or ammo mod that you can use in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and to no surprise, it is Deadwire. Now, Deadwire is one of those things that was really good in Black Ops 3 and then was bad in Black Ops 4, and now it's better than the Black Ops 3 version in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, which doesn't really make sense. What this does is it stuns enemy, generate an electric field, dealing electric damage to self and nearby enemies. Tier 2, increase stun duration to 4 seconds. Tier 3, double the electric field damage. Step or number 4, upgrade 4, special enemies can be stunned. And on Tier 5, on stun, arcs of electric jump and spread the stun to 5 nearby enemies, a 30-second cooldown. So when I was using Deadwire, this thing reminded me of the Black Ops 3 Deadwire, and I was just running a train, shooting this thing, killing a bunch of zombies, and it activated so fast every time. and it just made it super useful and actually really good. And also, if you're going to be using a knife, having a dead wire on the knife will actually deal a ton more damage as well. I use it for upgrading the brand new melee weapons that you can get in Black Ops Cold War Zombies for each season, and it always ends up dealing a lot more damage. And another thing that's great about Deadwire is it deals more damage to megatons, which are a huge pain in the butt if you're playing Die Machine or if you're playing Outbreak. There's a lot of megatons, so being able to kill those quickly and efficiently is really good. It works for not only the main megaton but also the megaton splits, the bombers, so that's really useful as well. And you guys can literally see from the gameplay how good this actually is against all the zombies. So if you're going to be playing a game of Outbreak and you're going to be playing 4-player, I would recommend 2 people use Deadwire, 1 person use Brain Rot, and 1 person use Shatter Blast. This way your team can be fully prepared to fight all the different enemies that will actually attack you in Outbreak. So you have Deadwire for the megatons and also just killing and clearing out zombies in general. And then you're going to want to have 1 person run Brain Rot for the mimics and the Tempest zombies. And then last but not least, you're going to want Napalm or Shatter Blast rather, so you can kill Panzers and Manglers quickly. If you have this all on your team, you're going to be swimming through rounds really easily and killing a ton of zombies. So anyways guys, I hope this video was helpful and useful for you guys if you're trying to find which alternate ammo type you should upgrade first, or one that you actually think you should use when you're playing Outbreak or just playing zombies in general. And I hope that the gameplay that you guys saw will also be able to show off exactly what I mean for all the different ammo types. So my name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.